Hey, how's it going YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dalitzing, and welcome back to another most amazing video. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for always coming to our channel, subscribing, hitting that bell notification. We've all become a part of the most amazing family here, and if you guys aren't already subscribed, well, what are you guys waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and become a part of our team. We are almost at 4 million subscribers, which is insane. Okay, so urban legends have been around for centuries, and they are creepy or scary stories that have been passed on by people who claim that they are true. There have been a ton of them out there, and if you're interested in watching all of our urban legends videos, you guys can click right over here. We've actually made an urban legends playlist. But first we're going to dive into the top 10 scary Candyman urban legends. The original Candyman urban legend starts us off in at number 10. The Candyman is an urban legend that has many different variations from around the world, but one thing that these stories all have in common is that they will absolutely terrify you. The original and most told Candyman urban legend is about a murdered slave who returns from the dead in order to seek revenge. According to the legend, you can summon the Candyman if you look into a mirror and say his name 5 times. I'm not about to do that, and it says that he will appear behind you and he will kill you with his hook. Okay, so for the sake of this video, should we summon the Candyman? Do we have a mirror? Okay, we have a mirror. Are we gonna do this? Does the lights have to be off? Okay, we have a, well, I'm gonna have bad luck for a second.
Maybe it was the Candyman.
Was that the Candyman? Alright, so that just happened. We can't do this. Let's move on from all these distractions. Number 9 with the original story of Candyman. According to the legend, the Candyman was a real person many years ago. During slavery, the Candyman was said to be an African American man, and this man's name was Daniel Robitelli. This man worked on a plantation in New Orleans. He was a talented painter who was chosen by the plantation owner to paint a portrait of his daughter. But Daniel fell in love with the daughter, and when the racist plantation owner discovered that his daughter and a slave were in love, he got an angry mob to chase Daniel out of town. The mob caught up with Daniel and severed his right hand with a rusty saw. Then they doused his body in honey and threw him into a beehive. Daniel died from his injuries, but not before he cursed the men who killed him. Daniel vowed that he would return and get his revenge on all of them. It is now believed that his spirit would never rest and that his ghost roams the earth waiting to be summoned. The Candyman's powers and abilities makes its way onto this list at number 8. So apart from mutilating his victims with his hook hand, the Candyman has a lot of other tricks up his sleeve. He is said to be immortal because he has been around for centuries and does not age or need food or water to survive. He is able to teleport at high speeds and even go through walls, which is exceptionally helpful when he is chasing his victims. He also has superhuman strength because he is known to throw his victims through walls with no effort. Lastly, according to the urban legend, he is able to summon a massive army of killer bees. I never heard about this one. Maybe, you know what, I made a mistake in trying to summon the Candyman here, but one way to beat him is to destroy the mirror, and we've kind of done that by mistake, and apparently it contains his soul, so destroy the mirror, destroy Candyman. So we have done it! And at number 7, we might have proof that the Candyman exists. There are a ton of videos on YouTube of people attempting to summon the Candyman. So I'm about to play you guys a clip of one YouTuber who claims that she was able to successfully summon the Candyman in her bathroom. Let's take a look for ourselves. Okay, she has a disclaimer on her video saying that this game is extremely dangerous and you should never ever attempt this at home. Well, it's too late because we've already tried to play it and it resulted in breaking a mirror, which I now have 7 years of bad luck. It was actually an accident, but I'm kind of glad for it because I didn't want the Candyman to be summoned. The Candyman board game lands onto our number 6 spot. Yep, that's right. There is a Candyman board game. And if playing the free version wasn't enough, a manufacturer decided to make profits from this urban legend by selling it to young children. But seriously, what kind of parents would buy this game that promises to summon the real Candyman? The manufacturer denies all rumors that if you play this board game, the real Candyman will crash your party. But for those people who have actually played this board game, they claim something entirely opposite. People who have played this game reported hearing bees buzzing, being stung by bees, or even seeing Candyman written in red on their bathroom mirrors. Yeah, I think that's a good indication that you should probably go throw this game over a bridge and and into the water, or maybe burn it. But make sure you do it in your backyard really safely. Make sure it's adult supervision. But that's just my opinion to what I would do. The do's and the don'ts when playing Candyman comes onto our list at number 5. If you are brave enough to try to summon the Candyman in your own home, there are several rules that you need to follow in order to make sure that you are safe and so that basically you won't die. Well, I think the obvious tip I can give you guys is never attempt to play this game like I just did. But if you don't believe in the Candyman, then it doesn't really matter. But apparently after you summon the Candyman by chanting his name 5 times in the mirror, with the lights turned off, you are supposed to see red eyes from the mirror, and when you see them, you should immediately turn around and run to the brightest spot in your house. If you don't, the Candyman will torture and kill you with his rusty hook. Playing Candyman at 3 a.m. drops onto our list at number 4. It is commonly believed that if you dare to summon the Candyman at 3 a.m., terrible and scary things will happen. And apparently doing this challenge at 3 a.m. will intensify the whole Candyman experience. Why would anyone attempt to do this freaky challenge at 3 a.m.? Don't you have better things to do like sleep? I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty content with the original version of the Candyman Urban Legends. I don't think I'll be waking up at 3 a.m. to try this anytime soon. But for research purposes, I actually stumbled across a YouTube user who attempted to summon Candyman at 3 a.m. in a remote and deserted gas station bathroom. I'm not sure why they were there, but let's take a look at what happened.
Candyman, 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 Yo, let's get out.
Okay, did you guys just hear the bees buzzing? If you guys remember, bees are a big part of the Candyman Urban Legend, so this is actually pretty freaky, but let's watch what happens next.
Candyman, 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 Candyman. I hear like a tapping noise or something.
Yeah. Dude, what do I do? I don't know, bro. Hold the door.
Okay, that's pretty messed up. The Candyman wrote his name in blood on the bathroom tile, but I don't know. Do you guys think this video is real? I'm pretty skeptic on a lot of things on the internet. And I don't know. Would you guys ever try this? The real life Candyman slices his way into number 3. Dean Corll is a serial killer who's believed to have been responsible for violently murdering and slaying 30 teen boys in the early 1970s. He had 2 teenage accomplices, and together they would rape, torture, murder their victims in Houston, Texas. They would lure their victims by offering them rides or inviting them to parties where they would be restrained and killed by either strangulation or shooting. Dean Corll was known as the Candyman because his family owned a candy factory and they would give out free candy to the local children. He was a really sick and twisted person because he would force his victims to drink a lot of alcohol until they passed out, and then he would sexually abuse and torture them. He also kept souvenirs from his victims as a sort of trophy, and he would force them to write to the parents and make up an excuse as to why they are missing. Thankfully, his killing spree came to an end when he was shot dead on August 8th, 1973. We have another terrifying true story about the Candyman, and let's just jump into this one. We're at number 2 here. Okay, let me take you guys on a little bit of an adventure here. Well, scary one. Let's travel back to October 31st, 1974, when 2 young children went out trick-or-treating with their father. After a full night of trick-or-treating, the kids were tucked into their beds, but the little boy asked his father if he can have one of his treats from his Halloween bag. So his father brought back one of his pixie sticks, and when the little boy poured it into his mouth, he said that it actually tasted awful. The little boy immediately began to vomit and go into convulsions. So the ambulance arrived. I mean, what just happened? They saw him foaming at the mouth and he died less than an hour later. An autopsy revealed that the little boy died from cyanide poisoning, and when police did their investigations, they realized that the father was the one who put the cyanide in the pixie sticks, which is just so sickening to me, and he had intentions of poisoning other kids and murdering his daughter as well. I mean, is this real life right now? He was dubbed as the Candyman, and he was found guilty of capital murder and 4 counts of attempted murder. So I guess the urban legend about poisoned Halloween candy isn't just a legend after all. The inspired Candyman murder makes its way onto this list at number 1. Alright, so we all know that in order to summon the Candyman, well, first of all, you have to have a mirror that doesn't break. And we have have to chant his name 5 times. Well, for one woman, she got a lot more than she bargained for when she was looking into her bathroom mirror. A very paranoid woman called 911 to report that someone was coming through the medicine cabinet of her apartment armed with a gun. No, she wasn't hallucinating, and she wasn't even trying to summon the Candyman, so this actually happened in real life. Ruthie Mae McCoy was absolutely terrified when a man entered her apartment through her medicine cabinet. He shot her 4 times, where she later died because of her injuries. The 911 operator initially thought that she might have been hallucinating, but she definitely wasn't. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course we have, we have some bloopers here. We did a lot of mess ups. Hope you guys enjoy. For the sake of the video, I think we should summon the Candyman, so... Oh my god, I just said I wouldn't do it. Okay, hold on. Okay, we have him, well... I just have no words. I'm gonna have bad luck for a second. Why was that, like, it wasn't on this thing?
Maybe it was the Candyman.
Was it the Candyman? Is that a sentimental mirror at all?
She uses it every day. I use it every day. Get rid of the mirror now.
Oh man, okay, I'll get you another mirror. What the hell just happened? I'm kind of glad now. We don't have to summon the Candyman. Is that creepy though?
That was creepy.
It wasn't even attached. Oh, there's the other side. There's a mirror.